He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Rams.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got 3 down.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
from the 27. Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll toss it to Crowell. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the run, it's Crowell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
There's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. To throw is Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Anderson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Corey Littleton, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. On first down, it's Gurley. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A carry here for the big tight end. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 and 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now, you don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. His throw incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A screen complete to Crowell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come off the ball.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go now. The 18 gator, 18 gator. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Pause.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Like 20. Hey, kill. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Goff on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
16. Redskins nothing.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the screen.
They'll run with Crowell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys Cowboys are in for 6, and the Rams tack on to their advantage.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit. Be taken in the end zone. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's checking. He's on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. It's complete. It's Miller. 27 yards there, a first down. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
At the 46-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins is going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Back to throw, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Corey Littleton in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. He's got a rifle run deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he finds McLaurin, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He get me. He's not going to get me. That's it. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the curl. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic.
Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Arm. 58.
Now Haskins on first down. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. One final shot for Haskins. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better.